Hello, I'm Alex from Champagne Louis Roederer, and I'm delighted to present our alternative cuvee to you, the Louis Roederer Blanc de Blanc 2013. Now, most of you will know us as a Pinot Noir dominated house, and we are, but we do of course have some exquisite Chardonnay vineyards as well, and that's what I would like to highlight to you today. So what some of you might not know is that for all of our vintage expressions, we use 100% of our own estate grown grapes, and all of them are grown organically. From 2018 onwards, the Blanc de Blanc is in fact grown biodynamically, so a really exciting step forward in Louis Roederer's sort of quest for sustainable viticulture and to work hand in hand with nature, which is a process we've been working on for 20 years now. So, a little bit about this wine. It is 100% from the Grand Cru of Aviz. It's from 4 different vineyards in that Grand Cru. 2013 was an interesting vintage. It had an interminably long winter and then a very cool spring. So summer didn't really kick off until July, when we thankfully had glorious weather, beautiful, long, hot, sunny days. So it was quite a late harvest, but it was really cool by the time we did harvest. So fantastic for not only ripening the grapes in the early stages, but then of course retaining the acidity to have that incredible balance of freshness and ripe concentration of fruit. So now let me taste the wine for you. So on the nose, you've got this incredibly lifted perfume of sort of jasmine and honeysuckle with incredibly intense sort of candied lemon peel underneath it. And as it opens up in the glass, you get this really beautiful sort of white almond toastiness, sort of oatmeal characteristic, which begins to build and goes through into the palate. The palate opens with this incredibly intense, pure lemon and then this steely core of acidity. But then it begins to relax in the mouth. You get this lovely creaminess. And that is in part because the champagne has actually got a lower pressure than most champagnes. So rather than increasing the dosage or extending the time on lees, both of which will of course change the flavour and characteristic of the wine, Jean-Baptiste has reduced the pressure, which makes for smaller bubbles, and it increases the texture. So that sort of softness, that creaminess counterbalances the natural freshness from these Aviz grapes on these very, very chalky soils. So you've got this incredible sort of creamy mid-palate with the almonds, the toast, the oatmeal beginning to come through, and this incredible salinity comes through on the finish, which makes it incredibly Moorish. It's got an incredibly ethereal finish. The flavours really linger, but they really fill your senses. It's incredibly light on its feet. It has a sort of an almost Audrey Hepburn-esque elegance to it. It's subtle, it's understated, and yet at the same time it is utterly compelling. That long length, that beautiful juicy saline finish makes it an incredibly good food wine as well. So I hope that I get to taste this with you soon. I hope you're able to find a bottle and have a glass and taste it for yourselves. But raising a glass to you all, stay safe and cheers.